KeyDigital, the experts in digital audio-visual and control systems.
KDPlay supports all 5 major platforms. That's Windows, Mac, iOS, Android, and Chrome, all in one professional device. And you could even present from multiple people at the same time on the same screen to truly collaborate. It's going to look fantastic when you do it with resolutions up to 4K output. And there's annotation and whiteboard tools so that you could brainstorm and work together, and save your ideas and have those to redistribute at a later time, all from the KDBYOD 4K. Getting started is as easy as possible with the included KDPlay Flash. And for the IT and AV professionals, we have your security and connectivity concerns all addressed with KDBYOD 4K. Let's look a little closer here. There's some unique things that may stand out, including dual Lan ports, one of which provides PoE power to the unit, and multiple USB connections. We'll go into what all the benefits are that this delivers you thanks to this unique connectivity set as we go on. Getting started is really as easy as possible. Every BYOD 4K comes with this dual-headed flash drive called KDPlay Flash, or the model number KDBYOD FD, again, like flash drive. And you could also purchase them individually if you'd like. Oftentimes you may leave these at your administrative desks, and when somebody's coming to check in for the conference room, you can have this with the aluminum enclosure here. It's very heavy duty, and you could have a tag on there that has the room name or room number. Or you could perhaps assign this to employees as part of the welcome package so that they can present in the rooms. Once you plug in the flash drive, the KDPlay app will auto launch. There's no need for any installation whatsoever. And it will automatically connect to the paired BYOD 4K unit. All the user has to do is press the green start mirroring button, and now they're presenting. It's really that easy. In the KDPlay app, we give the user just what they need, nothing more, nothing less. And it's set up for job sites, applications where there may be multiple BYOD 4K units on the network. And when there are, you see them all listed there, so you can connect to only your desired screen and enter the password that's displayed on the screen so that there's no unintentional casting to undesired displays. You start mirroring. There's a few setup options. I'll show you that in a later slide here, but it really is simplistic. We spent a lot of time honing in on this to make sure, again, it gives the end user what they need, nothing more, nothing less. Android also uses the KDPlay app. So it's the KDPlay app is on Android, Android, Mac, and Windows. So we are, with KDPlay, this technology is unifying. It's a single casting technology that we have developed, a proprietary technology of KeyDigital's that unifies those 3 platforms, Windows, Mac, and Android. One casting technology only. Now, for iOS, we support AirPlay natively inside of BYOD 4K. So that's extremely familiar for those users. For Chrome, which is really an essential for educational purposes, the user simply activates the casting icon in the Chrome browser, and they could begin casting to the KDPlay screen. You see it listed there, either casting their entire computer, the desktop option, or a specific tab from their browser. So this is how Chrome works with the Chromecast technology. So it's KDPlay, AirPlay, Chromecast, all extremely comfortable for the user. And speaking of comfort, HDMI is really the comfort at KeyDigital. The HDMI outputs at 4K or 1080p resolution. In fact, we had listed more resolution options. So you can really accommodate the native resolution for your display or projector. A lot of projectors may have slightly wider aspect ratios than standard 16:9 displays, and we've recently added more resolutions for that. And you can have up to 4 presenters at the same time, one of the very cool features. It will auto size. So one person's presenting, it's one full screen image. A second presenter comes, it will automatically go side by side. A third, one at top, 2 at bottom, and the fourth will be 4 equally sized quadrants. And in fact, in the setup menu, you could even choose when you have 4, if you want there to be a primary window that's larger than the others. There are some additional multi-presenter layout options that you can select. So again, just HDMI is the wheelhouse here at KeyDigital. And so through our presentation solutions and HDMI extenders and switchers, it's very easy to create a system where, for example, you could have wired connectivity at the conference room or huddle space table and wireless very, very easily. And this is one of the popular applications where you have 2 monitors at the front of the display, the room side by side. The meeting host, the presenter, will come in, they'll plug in their laptop on HDMI, USB-C, DisplayPort, even VGA. We have all the connectivity at KeyDigital. And they'll also connect USB. And now, through our presentation solutions, our PTZ 1080p USB camera is now connected into that laptop through the USB channel of our HD base T switchers, extenders of our presentation solutions. So now the presenter is able to not only display their content, but also have USB so that the camera is connected in their laptop instead of using the laptop's built-in camera. And now the remote participants from their home offices or remote offices are able to have a large eye of the room to really engage with the people sitting at the table. And this kind of setup is all thanks to that feature I was alluding to a moment ago, extended monitor. Here you're looking at the settings options of the KDPlay app. Again, we give what the user needs, nothing more, nothing less. You have your volume features. This extended monitor here is essentially like, for those of you that are familiar with having 2 monitors on your desks at your office, you can, by enabling this, now you can drag you could open your video conferencing software of choice, drag that to one monitor, and drag your presentation to that virtual monitor where it's casted wirelessly through the BYOD 4K. And now you have those your 2 things going side by side, your video conference plus the presentation, your screen sharing through your conferencing software. So the remote participants are viewing your screen and they're displayed on a large screen at the front of the room so that you're, again, truly able to interact with those participants, gauge their interest level in the content and have a very effective meeting with people locally and remotely located, all thanks to our presentation solutions and the very cool feature of extended monitor on BYOD 4K. BYOD 4K has 2 different network modes. There is Wi-Fi direct mode. This is out of the box, the default setting, where BYOD 4K will be its own wireless access point. And this enables you to get this unit installed in 5 minutes. All you got to do is connect your HDMI to the monitor or projector and join the Wi-Fi network of the BYOD 4K. And you'll be able to begin casting. And if you need internet connectivity, then you connect a wire from your network. And now the devices that have joined that access point will also have internet connectivity without any without any security concerns whatsoever, they're not going to be able to access that connected network. Now, most applications, however, are utilizing the other network mode that is called LAN connection mode. LAN connection mode is where the devices will cast to the BYOD 4K unit via the local network. So they don't have to change networks to the BYOD network. They are on their network that they're familiar with. They don't have to ask for the Wi-Fi password or anything. And they will cast to the device through their network that they're familiar with. And this is what most applications are set up as. And you could connect to your local area network on the LAN ports. And again, there's two of them. And this was because of one of the common concerns in the R&D stages of developing this product was, if I'm a building with a guest network and a private network, like public and private, or guest and staff network, how do I have people from either network cast to this device without having to share my lockdown network with them? And this is the solution. These two LAN ports act totally individually. BYOD 4K is capable of having two different IP addresses, and it'll exist as two different IP devices on two different networks if you connect both of these LAN ports. And so your guests are able to connect from the guest network, and your staff are able to connect from the staff network. And there's no bridging whatsoever. These are totally concurrent yet separate. All of the admin is set up on a web UI through any browser. Very, very easy. We spent a lot of time giving you exactly what you need in here, and it's very easy to walk through this. This is something we're very, very proud of. The admin menu, you just simply type in the IP address of the unit, enter the admin password, and you'll have access to this. You could adjust your network settings, your display and audio settings, system settings. For example, you could even add your own custom background image for when nobody's casting. That home screen you see could be your company logo, for example, and many more. You could see all of those, the walkthrough of that in the quick setup guide that's available on the KeyDigital website. Now let's talk about these USB connectors. There's three of them: a USB 2.0, 3.0, USB-C. There's no specific functionality for either port. It's just that we wanted to give you all the options here, so you could connect a keyboard and mouse, a touchscreen display, for example. One of the features that this gives you is the moderator panel. So BYOD 4K will always have this little arrow that you see on the right side of screen. By having a mouse connected, and typically that's a wireless mouse, you can expand that moderator panel. And if you have multiple presenters on the screen, you could either stop or go full screen for one of those presenters, mute or unmute the audio in the moderator panel, as well as at the bottom of the moderator panel, you could open up the whiteboard. So just having a clean slate where you could draw on, add shapes, and later capture that. Or the markup tools as well, where you could highlight ideas. Another very cool feature of the USB is mouse forwarding. Mouse forwarding is essentially any PC that is casting. The mouse, even though it's connected to the BYOD 4K, will click on that computer. So they just hover over whatever they want to click. You could open new browsers, you could close things. If you have a keyboard, you could type in as well. And this is true even if you have multiple computers casting. You could just hover over one computer, do what you need to do, hover over to another computer. And so oftentimes you'll have a mouse on the table for rooms with the BYOD 4K set up. If you have a touchscreen device, you can connect that USB, because what is a touchscreen after all? It's just clicking a mouse and the location of that click. So just connect that over USB as well, and you are able to mark up that way, or even essentially turning any display or monitor into a smart board by having a wireless mouse connected. You open up the annotation tool and you start making your markups. And just like HDMI, USB is a connectivity that we have various devices for extending those signals. For example, with our XUSB 2 extender, now that USB signal can go up to 50 meters. And audio as well is another strength here at KeyDigital. So we see, for example, this feeding our mixer amplifier. So now you could speak into a microphone, have a nice enforcement of that speech, and have the BYOD 4K, the casted computer, have a nice mix level with the microphone to really have a perfect solution for your room if it's a little more of like a medium-sized room, or larger even, using our amplifier as a preamp. KDBYOD 4K is the perfect tool for getting you back to business. Social distancing, for example, is still going to be part of what happens as many people find ways to go back into the office within their comfort level. And you're able to do that with a device like BYOD 4K. It's touch free. You don't have to connect your USB, your HDMI cables, for example. We discussed already the USB being something you can purchase individually so that each employee can have their own. They can maintain distancing. As long as you're on the Wi-Fi network, you can cast to BYOD 4K and begin collaborating and really effectively do that in person. So please, for more information, to go to sales@keydigital.com. Send us an email there, and we'd be happy to talk about how BYOD 4K can work for your conference room, classroom, huddle space, and any other collaborative environment. Thank you very much.